Nobody wants to think about being in an accident, but accidents happen every day. That's why they're called accidents. They can leave you feeling stressed and overwhelmed, or worse, injured. This is where a personal injury attorney can really help. With medical bills piling up, insurance companies would rather settle quickly, but this might not be in your best interest, especially if the extent of the injuries aren't yet known. And here to sort through it all for us is Eric Jensen, an injury helpline attorney and VP of Marketing for R.W. Lynch, Anush Alexander. It's great to have you guys in studio today.
Thank you.
Anush, I want to turn to you first. What is the Injury Helpline and how did it all get started?
Sure. R.W. Lynch is actually our parent company,
Okay.
And R.W. Lynch and Injury Helpline were started over 30 years ago by Randy Lynch. We work with hundreds of personal injury attorneys across the country in every state and every local market. The premise behind the Injury Helpline was that our founder was really felt compelled to kind of balance the scales, if you will, in favor of the injured victim in accidents. We really wanted to have a service that helped educate the populace on their rights as it relates to personal injury and help them get connected to a personal injury attorney as soon as possible. He felt that, the insurance companies have hundreds of attorneys working for them, but the average consumer not only doesn't know an attorney, but doesn't know that they have the ability to actually to get compensation and to negotiate that. To date, we've connected nearly 4 million injured victims with attorneys nationwide. Our attorney's been able to help them get the compensation they need and the answers they need at a really rough time in their lives.
So good to know, because the injured sometimes feel helpless or alone out there. And Eric, what are some of the myths? Because there are myths surrounding personal injury attorneys.
Sure. The myth everyone's heard is that personal injury attorneys are ambulance chasers. And the reality is, the lawyers at my firm and most of the lawyers that I know in personal injury are dedicated professionals. We make time to educate our clients about their rights. We make sure that they're not being taken advantage of by insurance companies. And we genuinely care about getting the right results for the individuals and families we represent.
That's so important. And Anush, does reviewing with an attorney first really help the chances of being compensated?
Absolutely. Like I mentioned, the insurance companies have hundreds of attorneys working for them, and their ultimate goal is to advocate on behalf of their company. They have shareholders that they've got to get profits for. They've got executives that expect that from them. But a personal injury attorney is going to be there to ensure that your rights are being advocated for and that you're going to get the best compensation that you can. They'll help you navigate issues you might not have considered, like long-term health care costs or perhaps lost wages due to not being able to work.
Eric, can you give us an example of a successful outcome as far as, some case that you know of or maybe have been involved with?
Yes. Woman called me. It was a Sunday morning, 10:30 a.m. Her father was walking home from the grocery store on the sidewalk, and a young lady who had been out drinking and partying the night before was still drunk and hit him and killed him at the scene.
Gosh.
She had no insurance. She had no assets to collect against, and they had no idea what to do. He had a funeral to pay for, he has children, they were lost. So when they came to me, I told them that the law in Georgia, where this happened, is that they could use the insurance from any vehicles in his household that were owned by resident relatives. So I pointed them in the right direction. They were able to get that money and use it to pay for his funeral expenses and to give to his children. And I actually didn't take that case, I didn't take a fee, I just let them know what their rights were.
Wait a minute. God bless you for that. That's so cool. But they would have not, or this daughter, without you, she wouldn't have known where to go, how to get compensated, or what to do. I mean, I'm not making too much of that. That's true, right?
That's true.
Anush, how does the Injury Helpline help people, and we heard this story, but how does it really help people who have been injured?
Eric actually brings up a really good point when he talks about the laws in Georgia. Every state is very different, and what most people don't realize is that you have a very limited time to be able to file a claim after an accident. And depending on the type of the accident and the state that you're in, that will differ. So the most important thing that you can do after an accident is get with an attorney as soon as possible. The Injury Helpline is a completely free service. We at the Injury Helpline have done all of the homework for you. All of our attorneys are in good standing with the bar. They will take the case on a contingency basis, which means no upfront fees, no hourly costs, nothing until that case has come to resolution for you.
Wow. Eric, personal injury law seems complicated sometimes. Why is that?
Personal injury laws in states vary significantly. My firm has handled cases in about 20 states, and this is a no-mistake business. If you make a mistake early on in a case while you're trying to handle it yourself, it can ruin the entire case.
Wow.
It's very important to get in touch with somebody that knows what the law is can evaluate a case and help you get fair compensation.
I'm glad to know. I'm sure our viewers are glad to know about the Injury Helpline. I love that it's free. That's so cool and wonderful. Thank you both for being in studio today. It's just such great information.
Thank you so much.
you.
I really appreciate it. All right, you want to know more? Log on to thebalancinact.com. You can also follow us on Facebook as well, and we want you to share your stories with us.